Fight, we sitting back. We not doing visa status. Listen, and this ain't on no bullshit, y'all. I had to leave out the gym in the middle of my motherfucking workout because God put this in my spirit. Black people, I need y'all to listen to me, and I need you to listen to me clearly. Trump just removed visa status for over 500,000 Haitians. Now, hear me out. I know we've been saying this ain't my fight. We sitting back. We not doing anything. We chilling out. We can't sit this out. We have to stand with them. We have to fight for them. I'm going to tell you why. This right here, up until this point, Trump has been testing out a lot of shit. He's been testing out the whole bombing with the Iran situation. That's the wartime powers right there. He's been testing out getting rid of affirmative action. He's been testing out deporting black and brown people. He started with Hispanics, okay? Now, we may think like, okay, this is the Haitian community. Of course he's going to get rid of the Haitians. You know, they are black. They are us. And oftentimes, a lot of times, these ICE people, they can't decipher who's Haitian, who's not. What happens when they just label one of us Haitian? It's easy to do. We look Haitian. This is a test. If Trump can get away with the removal of our black brothers and sisters, Haitian or otherwise, African or whatever, and we do not stand up, what's going to happen when he says, let's get rid of the niggas too? What's going to happen when that order comes over the line and they start going into these black communities, raiding our communities, and start escorting us to fuck off this land into places that we don't even fucking belong? What is happening right now is he is trying to flip this whole thing so that we are literally slaves again, so that we depend on them for survival, so that we don't have opportunities like we have right now to free talk and speech and uphold democracy and shit. This is a test. We can't let them come after our Haitian brothers and sisters. I don't give a fuck what no black person tries to tell you or talk about, because this right here is a fucking test right here. And I don't know why it rose up in my spirit this way. I'm telling you, black people, listen to your spirit. God is telling us something, and he's giving us signs. This right here, we can't let happen at all. I just saw a clip where a whole bunch of black people were standing together because ICE had raided, starting to take black people, and black people are fighting.
Shalom, Barakatha YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM HAQADASH. Double honors, head apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you brothers in the highways and byways, doing the works sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we'll find that number to be delivered. All right, so what you just watched was a video stuff, the Haitians / Levites, as I'll say, they clearly was.
Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off with all honor, glory, and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. The wrong star apostle, elders and bishops of Great Millstone, rule well, teach you on sound doctrine. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH, representing GMS branch in Cleveland. Lord willing, bring out an edifying lesson. What's up? You good? As you can see, elder bro was going into in the beginning you saw the clip of the Trump administration. That the Trump administration sending ICE towards the Southern Kingdom, the Haitians, and they ain't going. You know what I'm saying? And just because it was a little different outcome than the Northern Kingdom would get up on their ass too, right? And this actually is a great thing. This is great because this is what they want. They want kickback. They're gonna keep pressing the issue. They want the kickback, because this is going into towards a police state. All right. So this is has typed this in. I was supposed to do this yesterday and fell asleep. So here we are. And I typed in what is a police state. Now you're gonna find this interesting because I screenshotted this and because you know they change things all the time. It might be this yesterday and today is something else. So we're gonna use the one I screenshot yesterday. Okay. Now it says, what is a police state? A police state is a term used to describe a government or political system in which the government exercises extreme and often oppressive control over civil society, primarily through the use of the police, surveillance, and state security forces. All right. So it's and this is it says key characteristics of a police state. Now watch this. It says widespread surveillance. Widespread surveillance. Constant monitoring of citizens through cameras, wiretaps, online activity, etc. Little to no privacy. Restricted. It says restricted civil liberties, limited freedom of speech, press, assembly, and movement. Distant and criticism of the government are often punished. See, this is what we're moving into, a police state. Criticism of government or often, isn't that what the dude just said in the video? This is what the title, there's a term for that. This is the term right here, a police state. Limited freedom of speech, press, assembly, and movement. You see? It's going to come down to this because of the resistance against and the pushback against the authority. This is what the scriptures talk about. This is why this is leading to a police state. All right, it talks about in fact, if I get that, let me get this real quick. The secretary just ate. Second Esdras 8:27. Regard not the wicked inventions of the heathen, but the desire of those that keep thy testimonies in affliction. You know, and this is what our ultimate prayer is, that the Lord keep us in affliction. Right? Don't think upon the things that the wicked are planning. Inventions. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see what Chat GPT give us. I'm gonna just type in invention definition. Let's see what they give us. The invention is defined as the creation of a new device, method, process, or composition that did not exist before and is the result of original thinking or ingenuity. Right, so right, invention is a thought. Like it has to deal with your thoughts. Okay. Regard not the wicked inventions of the heathen, because their plan is to give you their inventions. Okay. Huh? They're Let me see. So, let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. You see, I typed in deeper meaning of the word invention. At its core, invention is the tangible. This is number one. Let me read. It says the deeper meaning of the word invention goes beyond just creating a new gadget or technology. It reflects a profound aspect of human creativity, curiosity, and the drive to transform ideas into reality. Right? That's what they're doing. The drive, they're transforming their thoughts into reality. One, a manifestation of human imagination. At its core, invention is the tangible outcome of imagination. It begins with a question, a need, or a vision. It becomes real through experimentation, persistence, and innovation. Invention is the act of making the invisible visible. Okay, so invention is the act of making the invisible invisible. It symbolizes the uniquely human capacity to envision what does not yet exist and to bring it into being. And what don't yet exist is the world and complete servitude towards Esau. You see, for example, he don't have a central bank in Iran, you know. So to some degree, they don't all fall under the category of worshiping Esau. But what dictates your vow will be the MOTB. That dictates your vow to what God you serve, whether it be YAHAWASHI or Esau Edom. And we're heading to a police state because the new system have to be in place. And the new system involves his inventions, his thoughts that he meditate upon his bed, right? His thoughts. What is it? Job. I ain't brought it out in a minute. Let me see. What is it? 24. Yeah. Why they have a shy? Let me see. I'm actually thinking of Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. What did it just say? It said, where is it at? I can't find it. It says, I can't find it. But yeah, man. So you understand that these things have been in the work, you know. They have been in the work, you know. This is second Esdras. Second Esdras 5:9. Salt water should be found in the sweet, and all friends should destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber. You see, there's not going to be no wisdom in the earth besides with the prophets. The prophets going to hold their tongue because the warning went out, and now it's time for judgment. And shall be sought of many and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and countenance be multiplying on the earth. You see? So the lack of control, when you go into the word incontinent, it goes into the lack of control. Be multiplying on the earth. You see? And this is leading to anarchy. It's leading to anarchy, man. Alright? That's what this is leading to, man. Second Edges 15, Second Edges 16. You see? We're moving to a police state. So, let me read this. A police state. What says, an authoritarian rule. Government power is centralized and unchecked, like what you see with Trump. Elections, if they exist, are often rigged or symbolic. Militarized or abusive police force. Police have broad powers and often act without accountability. That's what you see going on with the military and police, to some degree. Use of force and intimidation to support opposition. Legal system manipulation. Laws are used as tools of control. Arbitrary arrests, secret trials, or detention without due process are common. Historical examples include Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union under Stalin. It says, I'm jumping to the bottom. In short, a police state sacrifices personal freedoms in the name of security or control. See, and that's what they're pushing. In short, a police state sacrifices personal freedom in the name of security or control, often leading to fear, repression, and lack of democratic rights. Right, in the name of security and control. See? Guantanamo Bay. They're going to use these things to bring in their police state. Okay? To lock down things and to be all seeing, all knowing without pushback. Because, I mean, you know what I mean by that when I'm saying, because it's like it's going to the point of going to be nothing nobody can do. So then what, you know? Guantanamo Bay is a U.S. military base located on the southeastern coast of Cuba, specifically within Guantanamo Bay, the largest harbor on the island's southern coast. Established in 1903, it's the oldest overseas U.S. military installation and the only one in the communist country. The base occupies 45 square miles of land and water leased from Cuba and is known for its strategic location and role in supporting various military and humanitarian operations. It is also the site of a controversial detention camp, formerly known as the Guantanamo Bay Detention Camp, which has been the subject of human rights concern. So this is a detention center. Okay. Okay, this is a detention center, man. Okay, location, tell you the location. Damn, bro. It says, okay, Guantanamo Bay Detention Camp. The detention camp was established after the September 9/11 T attack. You see? So obviously right now what we're seeing camps set up. So you see, these are detentions that he's setting up. You see, there's another one, alligator Alcatraz, which you have an Alcatraz. That's not. This is the one that's in Florida. Okay. It says alligator, which is surrounded by alligators, a swamp, I believe, could symbolize a place of dangerous confinement. Like Alcatraz, the infamous prison filled not with inmates but with deadly alligators, it conjures the idea of a prison you can't escape without facing extreme danger. Nature's version of solitary confinement, wild, isolated, and lethal. A metaphor for feeling trapped in a hostile or threatening environment. It felt like I was in an alligator Alcatraz, stuck and surrounded by nature. So, so, uh, so yeah. So yeah, there you go. A fictional zoo prison concept. Imagine if Alcatraz was turned into a containment area for dangerous animals. And that's what niggas is. Dangerous animals. I just did a lesson on it. Niggas is dangerous animals, man. Okay? Dangerous animals. Wild bulls in the net. You know? And Trump deem you as animals. He see you as goyim, cattle. So he has to brand you to keep control of you. And when I say Trump, I'm talking about the the Edomite, man. Esau Edom. So we see these stations in these prisons set up, okay, to become a police state. Okay. It says history, it says Naval Station, Guantanamo Bay. NSGB serves as a key operational and logistic hub supporting maritime security, right, dealing with the water, humanitarian assistance, and joint operations. It is self-sustaining base without housing, recreational facilities, a hospital, and other essential service. The base uses the American dollar and has no currency exchange requirements. So it is a restricted base with no off-base access. So, yo, is a base, and the reason why I brought this up because remember it's dealing with the police state, and this is also Guantanamo Bay, I believe. Let me keep reading. It says Guantanamo Bay detention camp. It's a naval base where the military watches over you. The detention camp was established after the 9/11 attack. Like I said, it has been subject of international criticism due to allegations of human rights abuses, and it says the camp has held 780 detainees with only 7 convictions. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that federal courts have jurisdiction over detainees' claim. All right, so it says Guantanamo Bay is the U.S. oldest overseas military installation. So yeah, I believe the reason I got this is because I believe it was attacked. Let me see. Okay, I might have saw something else. I misspoke. But it says, again, like I said, it says ongoing issues. Guantanamo Bay has been the subject of controversy for decades, particularly regarding the detention facility and its use for suspected T-words. And this is what we're going into, the police state. Okay? This is another thing that just happened. Car explodes in Washington, D.C. as black smoke billows through the sky. You see, this is near the White House. Okay, there are a lot of T attacks, which is why they opened up so-called Guantanamo Bay for a detention camp to be able to send individuals there. And then now you have one in Florida and these different other places, you know, through the states. You have military equipment being shipped on trains and boats and different things to be able to cover all areas, man. So that
because he's closing you in. I have another one. Yeah, so I took this screenshot from a brother. I forgot who was going live when I took this. He put in, did Trump increase police powers in the one big beautiful bill? So this is a police state. Remember, it says, yes, the one big beautiful bill significantly increases funding and resources for certain aspects of law enforcement, particularly those related to border security and immigration enforcement. So you're going to have a T attack, right? They're going to lock you in and they're going to lock you out. I'm talking about the country. And the police are going to act as the military because the police is weak. They're weak. They showed you that during the Slam Slam when George Floyd, they showed that, okay, the police is weak. And it gave them a reason, okay, since the people overpower us, it gave them a reason to equip them like the military. Okay, and then eventually not use them at all besides those with military training, if not just the military. Because the military and you got the U.S. Army, the Marines, and all that. I don't know the terms and all that, but you got you got the UN troops, and then you got another one. You got what is it? You got the National Guard, the YAHAWAH. You got niggas like that. Like you got different ranks and tiers of the army. You know, that issue out the vaccines. They was doing that during the Slimming, and then who you think gonna issue out the tiny technology, man? And these different camps, bro. Like we just read about Guantanamo Bay. These armies are over these different bases and camps, man. And they're the security, man. They're the top tier of training when it comes to combat, right? To use deadly force or to defend a big honor, which in this case it would be the United States, the so-called aspect of the Edomites version of integrity towards what he believes is his, which is not. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have that's what this little law is. It's put in place to protect the Edomite's mind, to protect his mission. Okay, if you will. And he don't really give a damn. He could just suspend it right now. He could have a T attack. He could have a T attack come fast and shut everything down and martial law kicking in the street. They can do it right now. You could wake up tomorrow, your bank account froze, all that. It says increase funding for border security and immigration enforcement. The bill accolades substantial funds. It says border wall construction, including money to complete existing border wall projects and potentially build new sections. You see, hiring more agents, thousands of new border patrol and immigration and customs enforcement, ICE, which stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Agents are planned to be hired. It says detention capacity. Significant funds are allocated for building new immigration detention centers. And like you saw at the beginning of this video, you know, they do say they can deem anyone as one of these individuals they taken out. Oh no, your grandfather was a whatever, so therefore you're not legally. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. It called the birthright citizenship and all these different shits that's coming out. Bro, it's July, bro. It's just now July, and it's so much that happened within from January to July. There's so much that happened prophecy wise, bro. That's how we know we're moving towards the end. Detention capacity. Significant funds are allocated for building new immigration detention centers, including family detention facilities. Including family detention facilities, aiming to increase ICE detention capacity. Aiming to increase it. You see, within the states, they don't even have to send you overseas to Australia, Cuba, and all these different places. They're creating camps also within the states. They got the planes that open up while they ride and just drop you out. They finding bodies coming out the water and different shit. So, yo, they're doing it here. Okay? They're weaponizing the land here. Like they've always done. Technology and infrastructure, investments and surveillance, towers, drones, sensors, vehicles, and other equipment for border security. Yes, that's in the name of security. They're doing it, like it just said, in the name of security. That's what a police state is. In the name of security, they're bringing a police state to America. Immigration courts, funding to hire more immigration judges and staff to handle cases more quickly. Increase funds for mass deportation operations. All right, so Trump's big beautiful bill, and it passed today. Okay, so I'm saying I got something else. It says I forgot who brother I got this from. Do the elite watch the Hebrew Israelites on ChatGPT? Yes, it's very likely that some members of the elite, whether in government, intelligence, media, or other powerful institutions, monitor Hebrew Israelite groups, especially the more vocal and politically active ones. And that's GMS. Here's why. It says why the elite might watch Hebrew Israelite groups. Surveillance of influential movements. Any group that challenges the status quo or grows rapidly tends to attract attention. Right, just from 1960 up into 2025, that's a rapid growth. The knowledge have increased. The Lord sped the times up. The earth got faster. It's not moving slow, it's moving fast. Speeding up the times. So therefore what? It grew rapid. That's a short amount of time. It says Hebrew Israelite camps often criticize government systems, media, religion, and race structures. All red flags for elite surveillance. You see that? So in their eyes, that's the T word. Not the ist, but the easen word. The T easen word. Not the T ist word. The T easen word. They said it's all red flags for elite surveillance. This is another avenue and reason to come against us in terms of police and security and safety for those who matter. National security and protest movements. The U.S. government has a long history of monitoring black activist movements. Example, Contour Pro against MLK, the Black Panthers, and others. Some Hebrew Israelite groups speak about black empowerment, reparations, or judgment against America. Themes that government agencies pay attention to. You see, and they're getting ready to make a move. And that's why the spirit been on brothers, apostles, elders, and bishops and brothers. Like telling Jake to get their mind ready for possible death. Getting their mind ready for possible invasion. I say possible because we don't know if you're or myself will fall into whatever category. But it's a fact that the category is going to come to pass because that's the prophecy. It's a possibility that you can be beheaded for not taking the chip. It's a possibility anything can happen, man. We don't know where our lots fall just quite yet. You know? So going back to POLEECE State. Oh, I can't remember if I read it. Yeah, I did. I did read all of it. So yeah. So this is what we're moving to. A police state. Okay? Second address. Man, I'm so mad, bro. This app glitched and erased all my highlights, bro. So irritating. Second is 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, meaning is near. The sword is the gun or any tool used to unalive or used as a defense or offense in terms of blood. Okay? For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, because the missiles are a sword. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, guns in their hands, weapons in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They need these things to happen. A man shall desire, because the Lord need these things to happen. That's why. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. A police state. Concentration camps. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Lord willing is edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. The honors to our apostle, the bishop's great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Till next time, waffle up a ball, Bible ball. Shalom.